Man United's stance on sacking Ole Gunnar Solskjaer following dreadful Man City humbling. Manchester United have not indicated they're about to sack Ole Gunnar Solskjaer despite Saturday's Premier League defeat to Manchester City. The Norwegian has overseen a turbulent campaign at Old Trafford. But, for now, he retains the supporters of the club's board. United were played off the pitch by City on Saturday, with Pep Guardiola's side a class above. Eric Bailly's own goal put the visitors ahead, with the Ivory Coast international unluckily slicing into his own net. And Bernardo Silva scored just before the interval to put City in cruise control and ensure they pick up all 3 points. Now, attentions are turning towards Solskjaer's future. The Norwegian was given a new contract back in the summer, but, in the short time since, he has overseen a turbulent campaign. Yet while there's a big clamor amongst supporters to see the Norwegian leave his post, the independents say there's no signs United are willing to wield the axe just yet. Think you know sport? Test your sporting knowledge with our tricky quiz, and while Mauricio Pochettino and Brendan Rodgers have been linked with the job, it may not be vacant for a little while yet. United have, in recent years, usually fired managers only when Champions League football is beyond them. They sacked David Moyes in April 2014, just 10 months after the Scot had left Everton, to replace Sir Alex Ferguson. United then relieved Louis van Gaal of his duties 2 years later, despite the Dutchman winning the FA Cup after they'd finished 5th in the table. And they only put Jose Mourinho out of his misery in December 2018 because he'd sucked the life out of the place. Now, Solskjaer appears primed to carry on. Don't miss Zidane conflicted over Man United job. Arteta has 9 undroppables after Arsenal beat Leicester. Messi hits back at Barcelona over playing for free, and, speaking after United's defeat to City on Saturday, the Norwegian insisted he was still the right man for the job. "I have good communication with the club," he said. "I want the best for United, and as long as I'm here I want to do everything I can to improve this." And he added, "Very difficult to talk about, because we started off badly, passive, and when they got the first goal it was always going to be difficult. David kept us in the game and they scored a goal they always score. They played well, and they don't give you opportunities, so some praise has to go to them, but we were not at our level. I think the whole place went a little bit, of course you get disappointed, but we still don't rust ourselves with the ball. They made it hard for us, but sometimes we chose the wrong solution, sometimes the right solution, but not the right execution. You want to make it a derby game with tackles and 1-0 going into halftime. You think you have a chance, but the second goal was worse than the 1,000 passes. At the moment we are far off top teams. We need to get back to where we were at the end of last season. I'm sure when we come back the players will be fresh and the demands will be high, but we need to get back to what we were for a while and we have the players to do that. We've been through this a few times, and since the last home game it's been a very difficult period. Systems or style, we need to be on the front foot more. I can't look at myself and say this is how I want United to be." Roy Keane, meanwhile, fears for Solskjaer. "You have to draw the line now. It's not quite happening," he said. "Ole is a brilliant guy and an honest guy, but management is about survival, and he's got to get a result in the next game. A coach or a manager can't give a player courage. I have to remind myself it's hard out there, but they shouldn't be 11 points behind Chelsea. I think Ole will be under more pressure than the Liverpool game. The way they lost, it's a derby game." Ole was shook up in that interview. It's tough for a manager when you've got beat in a match and he's getting asked hard questions, but he steps up, and he always has, and I'll give him that. But if you're a manager, this morning he spoke about the players being in a good mood in the hotel, whatever the hell they were doing, you're going into a match looking at the bus and Shaw